Live from the Fox 43 studio, your late news an hour earlier. This is Fox 43 News at 10.
Strong storms moved through our area.
Oh my God!
We'll show you where it hit hardest. And the Jazz Festival moved indoors on its final day. Find out what folks there thought about going inside ahead of the storm. Plus, wild weather across the country, why crews had to rescue drivers from these raging waters. Thunder, lightning, and lots of rain hit parts of Hampton roads tonight.
Oh my God!
Fox 43 viewer Alan Hayes shot that video of a lightning strike that was a little too close to home. The storm system sat over York County, Williamsburg, and much of the peninsula for most of the night. That area was under a flash flood warning. Let's take a look at the radar. There is still a lot of color there, green, yellow, and even little spots of red still on the screen. And let's get right to meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, what's the latest?
And it looks like the red has really gone away. We're seeing some light to moderate rain across the region, but once the sun set, those thunderstorms really did weaken, and that area of heavy rain really did shrink. And that is some good news because we saw heavy rain across some parts of Hampton Road. Other parts really didn't see much at all. So where are we seeing the rain right now? Notice that the rain has let up in intensity across the peninsula, but we're still seeing some light to moderate rain in Hampton, Newport News, also in Williamsburg, up toward Gloucester, Reedville, Kilmarnock. You're dry, and it looks like you're going to continue to stay dry. We're zooming in here. You can see that Gloucester Point, an area that saw a lot of rain, still seeing some rain right now, and that rain is pushed onto the eastern shore as well. So from Wallops Island down through Melfa, along 13, through Exmoor, and down into Cape Charles, you're seeing some light rain at this time. Notice across the south side, not much going on. Some very light rain starting to push back into Norfolk, portions of Portsmouth, and a few very light showers near the Franklin area. And we haven't really seen much activity in northeastern North Carolina, but a few spotty showers starting to develop in eastern Hertford County, just to the east of Ahoskie, and a little shower now developing over Sunbury. But rainfall totals have been impressive over the past few hours. Notice the areas that are filled in. Those are the places that saw measurable rain. Newport News, the sensor in Newport News, picking up 3.16 inches. Norfolk Naval Base, about a half an inch. Norfolk International Airport, not seeing much. And then Williamsburg, 1.66 inches. But I know other folks in between those gaps have seen more rain than that. And Melfa now coming up to 0.37 inches of rain. West Point, just under an inch of rain. So we'll get to more of your local rainfall totals coming up. Tonight, we will see a few lingering showers, partly to mostly cloudy. Low temperatures around 76 degrees. And then tomorrow, we should start off dry. Scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Another possibility once again. Highs right around 90 degrees, still hot and humid. So the heat not going anywhere anytime soon. And the rain chances are not going anytime soon as well. So we'll take a look at your rainfall totals that you sent in. Plus, we'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
A lot of you sent in videos and pictures of tonight's storm. Let's take another look at that video we showed you at the beginning of the show.
Oh my God!
Crazy that they caught it on camera. You can see just how violent the storms can be. The strong winds knocked over this tree on Vine Drive in Yorktown. There's a flooded street. It's conveniently named Lakeside Drive in York County. Looks like a lake. And this picture comes from the Grafton area. More street flooding there. And here's a shot in Hampton showing some lightning in the area. There was a lot of it, especially at the height of this storm. Taking a look now at the outages in our area. This is last checked in at 9:41. We're seeing Williamsburg has between 1,000 and 2,500 customers out of power. Hampton getting in on that as well. Total, we're told in the Middle Peninsula there are about 3,000 customers without power. If you are one of them and you're watching us online, hang in there. Crews are working to get you back online. York County got several inches of rain in just a couple hours, which means streets across that area did flood. Let's head outside to Fox 43's Lauren Compton. Lauren, what'd you find out there tonight?
Well, and we have found a lot of flooded side streets. Just take a look behind me here. This was the Arby's parking lot on Route 17. We're at the intersection of Route 17 and Fort Eustis Boulevard. But look at it. The Arby's kind of looks like an island over there because the floodwaters have just really covered all of the parking lot. Emergency officials estimate that this water is about 3 to 3.5 feet deep, 3.5 inches deep. That just goes to show you just how much rain came through this area. And throughout the evening, emergency officials have been going through, checking on people and seeing if they're okay, making sure there's no cars stalled or that everyone's safe. I will tell you that a couple of folks, as you can see here, have gotten caught underestimating just how much rain that we've got. And emergency officials tell me that one couple who came into this parking lot, much like them, tried their luck and got stuck.
They moved to the highest area that they could in the parking lot. However, the water rose around them and trapped them to the point that their vehicle wasn't in any danger at that point, but they were unable to walk out on their own.
And we just heard from some family members of those people in that car, and I'm told that they are still stranded on the other side of Arby's in these floodwaters. They don't want to leave the car, but they don't want to leave their car there, but the floodwaters is making it very difficult for them to get out. So emergency officials say if you don't have to be on the road tonight, stay home and then be careful, because it's really hard to see which roads are flooded because it's so dark out and the roads are indeed black. So reporting live in York County, Lauren Cupton, Fox 43 News.
Thanks, Lauren. The Norfolk Jazz Festival moved inside ahead of today's storms. Good thing they did, too, because Town Point Park did get some rain. They moved inside to the Norfolk Scope, and those smooth sounds of jazz sounded just as good inside. Jazz lovers told us, and they didn't mind very much.
Well, the festival being moved indoors is great, so people like me do not get wet. So the weather already is, I see clouds, I hear thunder, so it's a nice venue to have it in here as opposed to being outside, and it's close by.
Fox 43 sponsored this year's festival. Our coverage of tonight's storms doesn't end here. Log on to fox43tv.com. There we have the latest forecast and a slideshow of all the pictures you guys sent in tonight from all across our area. Newport News police arrested the man wanted in the robbery and shooting on Terrytown Court. Police arrested Carlos Sworn at a home on Adams Drive this afternoon. The tactical team surrounded the house for several hours after police got a tip from a citizen saying Sworn was inside. Sworn now faces a long list of charges including malicious wounding, robbery, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Suffolk police are looking for a suspect in a shooting on Welland Street late last night. 20-year-old Travias Mayfield is the victim. He's in stable condition. If you know anything that can help police find the shooter, call the crime line. Portsmouth police are looking for the man who robbed 2 grocery stores in the past week. These surveillance pictures are from the Food Lion on Portsmouth Boulevard. Investigators say he robbed that store Thursday. They tell us this man also pulled off a similar robbery just yesterday at the Farm Fresh on Victory Boulevard. If you can help police find him, call the crime line. A Portsmouth woman died in an early morning accident on Interstate 264 in Norfolk. It happened just after 2 right near Ballantyne Boulevard. State police tell us the victim is 23-year-old Tiara Glover. Her car ran into a Jersey barrier and flipped over several times. An SUV then hit Glover's car and she died at the hospital. Another passenger in that car was injured and went to the hospital as well. There was also a deadly accident in Newport News this morning. Police say this one was a single vehicle crash. It happened just after 6:30 near the intersection of Jefferson Avenue and J. Clyde Morris Boulevard. Police say the driver, 50-year-old Charles Bell of Hampton, died in the crash. The car crossed several lanes of traffic, hit a median, and finally came to a stop in a parking lot. The wreckage was so bad, Bell was trapped inside. VDOT, State Police, the Virginia National Guard, and other state agencies are prepping for natural disasters. This morning, they tested their lane reversal evacuation plan on Interstate 64 between Richmond and Williamsburg. Crews shut down the eastbound lanes for an hour beginning at 5. They tested the traffic control gates on every exit ramp. The exercise tests the evacuation out of Hampton roads by using the eastbound lanes to get traffic moving west, which would be away from a hurricane or other natural disaster. Officials say they found room for improvement, though, primarily radio communication, and there was some broken equipment at one of the gates. Thousands of sailors and Marines are preparing to leave their families for another deployment. The USS Harry S. Truman Carrier Strike Group is set to leave tomorrow. The troops will be gone for 9 months, which means they'll miss both Thanksgiving and Christmas. This is a look at the Truman from Chopper 10. Carrier Air Wing 3, which is attached to that strike group, is also leaving. And Fox 43's military reporter Art Kahn will be at tomorrow's deployment. You'll want to look for his live reports throughout the day on both Wavy TV and Fox 43. Still to come on Fox 43 News at 10, heavy rains caused a big crack in this North Carolina road, and it's stopping tourists from getting to their destinations. Plus, Plus, new technology at your local grocery stores will show you how stores are speeding up your trip.
You're watching First on Fox 43 News at 10.